everyone, welcome to JJK Masterclass. Guys, in today's video, we are going to learn about associative operations of SN axis. I have already uploaded the videos on improper axis of rotation. This topic I have prepared on demand, and here the person is asking for S4 improper axis, all the associative operations. So we will understand it by taking octahedral structure as an example. And you can watch also many more topics on group theory like point groups, classes, reducible, irreducible representation, character table, and all. I'll share the link in the description box. You can watch it. And so I hope that your concepts on group theory is already clear. You know all the symmetry elements. And if you know the basics of group theory, you can go ahead with this video. The video is important for all the students studying chemistry and wherever the symmetry elements are applied for BSc, MSc, and GATE NET examination, JRF examination, and many more competitive examination. You can find this topic. So we'll see here associative operations of SN. So first of all, what is the associative operation means? The number of times the process has to be repeated to get the original configuration. That is called the associative operation of SN axis here, because we are taking example of SN. We know that in symmetry we perform the operation until you get the original configuration. So that we will understand it later by taking example. So first we will see what all associated operations of S4 axis are there. So first we know improper axis of rotation is rotation followed by reflection, where rotation is represented by Cn and reflection is represented by sigma. These are the symmetry elements. So for S41, so we are, one is the number of times we are performing the operation until you get the same order. Order is like here 4. So for this we can say that sigma one time and C4 one time. So you cannot further reduce it, and so we will represent for S41 sigma C4 1. Then the second time if you perform the operation, that is S4 axis, the second number, second time. So we can also write that sigma 2 C4 2. So which you can further reduce. We know sigma 2 means sigma into sigma. And if you multiply the same element with the same, then you get the identity element. So E, and here you can further reduce to C 1 by 2. So we can also say C2. And if you multiply any symmetry operation with E, which is identity or considered 1, if you multiply it with 1, let's say, or identity, you will get the same operation, that is C2. So S42 you can further reduce to C2. So this operation you can write as C2 axis. Then S43 we can write sigma 3 C43. Sigma 3 you can also write sigma 2 into sigma, and we know sigma 2 is E. So E into sigma again will give you sigma only, because E is equivalent to 1. So you are getting here sigma C4 3. You cannot further reduce this, so we will leave it till here. Then we'll see S4 4, which we can write sigma 4 C4 4, and we know that we can further reduce it. Sigma 2 into sigma 2, both will be E into E, then that means E. And C4 4, that is you have E identity operation. So if you multiply E into E, you will get identity operation. So these are all the symmetry operations involved in the S4 axis of operation. So you can say that you have S41, you have C2, you have S43, and then you have E axis of. So these are the symmetry operations involved. If your order of axis is even, okay, so we can write it as a note that what are the properties of the improper rotation when your order is even, that you can say that Sn with even number of n molecule contains Cn by 2. So you can see Sn is here S4, so you are getting half of it proper axis of rotation, that is C2. So that is applicable for all even number 2, 4, 6 and all. And moreover, S and N is equal to E here. You can see here S44 is equal to E identity. When you have these two, we can say the order of the axis is improper axis of rotation order is even here. So now we will understand it by taking one example, octahedral complex. So if they ask you write down the associated operations, all the associated operations of S4 axis, you can mention your answer like this. So now this is for your you can come to know more clearly about this associative operation. We are taking the octahedral complex here, where you can see we have represented the four ligands like A, B, C, D, and the two chlorine also are represented by A and B. So let's say first we are performing the rotation operation. So we can see here, since the two chlorine are present on the axis of rotation, you can consider it as constant. So to find out the proper axis of rotation, all these four will be rotating. So the order of the axis is C4, and for one time we are representing. So C4 means you are rotating it by 90 degree. So you can see here D is coming in place of A is coming in place of B, and B is going in place of C. So like that you can see here exchange rotation in clockwise direction by 90 degree. Then similarly we will see if you perform two times, when again the D will come in place of A and so on, and performing three times you will get again the rotation. You can see here A is going in place of B, so you can note here. And further if you perform one more operation, that is C44, you will get the original configuration. You can see then A will come in place of B, that is the original configuration. Okay, so this is about to find out the until you get the original configuration, and we know the axis of rotation is C4. Okay, so now here our focus is on to find out the improper axis. So we know rotation followed by reflection. Reflection means here you have which is the plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. So if this is your rotational axis, reflection axis will be vertical, and now the two chlorine will be interchanged. You can see here, see chlorine A and B are have changed their position, and now this is after performing rotation followed by reflection and considered S14 operation. Further, second time if you perform the rotation on this molecule, the same you can see we have already written here like this, and you got this structure. Again followed by reflection, chlorine will change the position, and this is considered to S24. Okay, S24. And then again, so third time if you do rotation, you will get the same interchange. The B will come in place of C, that is this structure you will get. And we can further reduce here we have seen that you can write down it like we have seen just now in associated operation. This is C2. Further rotation followed by reflection, the two chlorine will interchange, and this is S43 operation. You further do the rotation on this, rotation of C44, you get the original configuration like this, you can see, and followed by the reflection process. Here you can consider the chlorine is different in position compared to this. So after performing reflection, the two chlorine from here will interchange and will give you the original configuration from which we have started, and this is S44, which is the identity operation. Identity means you are getting the two structures, the equivalent structures, right? So this is how we have performed the associated operation on the octahedral complex, and you have seen how these associative operations are giving you the original configuration. So I hope you understood the concepts of associative operations. In by taking example S4 axis, you can solve for any even number of axes by taking this video as an example. If you want to do for odd number, I have already prepared the video and uploaded on my channel. The title was improper axis of rotation. I'll share the link in the description box. You can watch it. There I have explained S3 and S5 as an example. You can go ahead with that. Along with that, we have seen which point group these associative operations are false. That also is given in that video. So all the best. See you in the next video.